Okay, so it's Tuesday. I wasn't even gonna make a video today, but I just had to. What I click on? I clicked on something, but that number 44,000 popped up again, and it was. I knew it was a ritual. I knew they were doing rituals. It's all. That's what I'm trying to say. Like all these numbers, like whenever they put out numbers, official numbers, and all this, any numbers they put out when they word weird or when they word sentences weird or they put weird words in and you're just like, that's weird. That's all spells. It's all, they're casting spells. It's magic. That's what they're doing. I'm not saying everybody's involved on it. I'm saying that these people, 99% of these people, when they get up on mainstream media, 99.9999% of them have a script that they're reading off of, and those words are put in there for that reason. But yeah, man, so that number 44 popped up again, 44,000 again. So they had supposedly 44,000 dead wildlife, right, the other day in Palestine. And then yesterday too, this story was a yesterday story too, something about these news people having access to 44,000 hours worth of footage, right? So this news guy has like 44,000 hours worth of footage to like the January 6th riots, right? I saw that number and I was just like, man, get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on, guys. The chances of that happening are just, it doesn't happen. It happens because on purpose. This shit's... So that's why I'm making a video. That's literally why I'm making a video, because that is it. They do this on purpose. They put that number out twice in these major news stories. They put it out and the Palestine thing, and the number 44,000. I was like, man, what the fuck? Who's counting 44,000 fucking animals? Who the fuck is counting 44,000 dead animals? The fuck are you talking about? 44,000. These fucking cocksuckers, man. So I knew that was weird. I knew they were doing some kind of ritual with 44, right? And then sure enough, I catch this fucking thing today that was from yesterday where they're using 44,000 to refer this guy was saying, see, and these are all public figures. That's what I'm saying. Like, so this is all done on purpose in the public's eye. Even if you aren't really paying attention, even if you don't care about it, these numbers, it's spells. It's getting in your head. And guys, this is important. So I'm just saying, be aware that they're doing this. And that's what we have to be aware when we're in society with this shit, is like these constant spells. They're constantly working it, right? Like nobody's coming up and giving a piece of paper with signatures on it showing that somebody counted out 44,000 of anything. And then this guy, but they throw out this number, this weird number out of nowhere, 44,000 yesterday for the animals killed in Palestine. And then they throw out the number the same day for this fucking number of hours of videotape footage. Like, yeah, right, dude. Like, where the fuck did you get that number? You got 44,000 hours of video footage from the January 6th so-called bullshit riots, right? Another government op. Guys, there you go. There's another fucking government operation. These fucking oh, God. These false flags don't end, man. They're just endless. And they're all, like, big media events is what I'm saying. That's why you cannot give them main media your attention at all, man, because they're casting spells. That's all the main news outlets is about. It's all spell casting. It's all by gematria, all this stuff with your sports teams and your celebrities, your all of it, your TV shows, all of it it's all by design, it's all by gematria, it's all planned, it's all spell, it's all a ritual. And every human and nature that is hurt by these things are the sacrifices that are being done through these rituals. it's all, whether you think you're participating or not, you are. That's what I'm trying to say. We're all in this together. This is what I'm trying to get out of my head for people. I don't know if other people are picking up on this. Is that you are participating whether you think you are or not, no matter how much you try to. The only way you would be able to not participate is if you just literally pulled yourself into the jungle, away from humanity, completely away from humanity. You aren't purchasing things. You don't have a credit card. You don't have a bank account. You don't have a driver's. You know what I mean? You don't have any of that shit. You don't have identity. None of that shit. That's the only way that you aren't participating or in some way involved in these things. So I'm not trying to be, like I said, like I don't make this my life. It's just when these things pop up, like when I saw that 44,000, I'm like, I'm just like, yep, there it is again. I knew that was a ritual. I knew they're doing some kind of magic with 44 right now. But that was where I was going to leave it. I was going to just keep on going, but I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is a perfect opportunity to try to explain to people what I'm talking about is that, you can't just blow these things off, man, especially like, when somebody tells you 44,000 of something and just leave it at that nice, fine, even number. No, there's a reason for that. No actual humans do that. We don't just go, 44,000. No, these numbers are picked. These words, when they say and gibble gabble to you, and you're like, what the fuck did he just say? They put those words in order for a reason. It's all gematria. It's all magic. It's all spells. It's all rituals. And we are the sacrifice and our attention. That's what I'm saying. That's why our attention, we can't give these things the attention of like idol worshiping or thinking that we're receiving knowledge, because we're not. We're stuck in this fucking stupid game of theirs. And when we see these things, it's just a recognition and a reminder of, oh, yes, it really is. This is the fucking Matrix. This is horse shit. This is fucking complete horse shit. Yeah, so just, that's a big thing, man. And you are ignorant. If you think the law of probability would have those two numbers just pop up on mainstream like that real quick in the same, it doesn't happen, guys. Things don't happen like that. They're playing on your ignorance of statistics and probabilities and things like that. These things are being manipulated. It's not natural. It's not normal. It's not organic. These things are not just natural processes of humans just doing their thing and making fuck ups and learning. And no, this is all done on fucking purpose. On the grand scale of things, when you get on the grand scale of federal governments and big businesses and state governments and not huge nonprofit organizations and clean and all this stuff, this is all done on purpose. We are just players in their game, and we are useful idiots. And that's what I'm trying to say is, how do things change? They change by people changing individually, and everybody has to make that step on their own. I can't answer as a whole. You can't think as a whole. You can't sit here and just excuse your ability to heal and make your own change by saying, well, not everybody else can do it, not everybody else can quit their job and not work for these big companies and blah, 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 so why should I do it? That's the exact fucking issue. That's the fucking problem. People like you, people that think like that, like, well, not every, of course, duh, that's the way to change, but not everybody else is going to do it, so why should I do it? I'm just going to enjoy all the niceties with the rest of the group. No, guys, this is what's so important. This is an individual journey. This is an individual. Yes, we're all connected. We're all in this together. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's so multi-layered that it's hard to put into words. And I've been wanting to put this shit into words for decades. And I'm finally being able to sift through the layers and vocalize what I have internalized and know and have known. And if, like I said, it's just amazing how hard this is to put into words. That's why I don't even think speech was. I think speech is something intentionally put there to bamboozle and fuck with us. At least, the English language, most definitely. That's just a spellcasting language anyways. If there was an original language, I don't know. Maybe a click language. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, for me to be able to internalize and have all of these thoughts and feelings, I know that I would be able to, between human to human, without any words, be able to transfer this, if that makes any sense. But this having to use words to articulate, and because it's so nuanced and so involved and so entangled, I mean, you literally have to almost bullet point all of this, and this is what I've been thinking, but I still can't write yet. You almost have to diagram and bullet point all of this in its own categories and show how it all winds up together, because there's just so much involved. Like, it's hard to speak on one thing and not to speak on another. And again, that's when you start getting into details, because if you just leave it as any type of authority, you don't recognize any type of authority over you. It's like if we just stick to these few basic things, but if you want to be a citizen or in a social environment, like, you have to involve yourself, or at least, yeah. And it's strange, man. It's like, what do you do? I don't know. It's just where I'm at now. I just wanted to get this in. I know it's a lot of rambling, probably. It's just, there's literally so much involved that it's just hard to keep up with until, like I said, unless you start, I don't know if you've ever seen those journalists, how they'll do a whole wall of things, and then they got they'll use that yarn and they'll run it from thing to thing and connect all the dots, when they're trying to figure out these storylines, these conspiracies and these storylines from before, and that would be, that would probably help me unclog some of this, because it's just so much. And the thing is, I don't even know, do I even want to get into all that? Because again, that's getting into, what's going on now is I'm healing. And as I'm healing, it's hard, because you want to do something, you want to make a difference, you want to make an impact in a positive way and help people, but at the same time, it's not about it. There's nothing you can do. You're not a savior. You're your own savior. You have to save yourself. And so this has just constantly gotten me to have to recenter. So this is good exercise for me, spending this little bit of time to help me sharpen my skills to articulate these things that I've understood, to belong into a society, to merge back into a society that I don't want to be in, that I recognize is all a game and all set up and all fake. And it's just a whole bunch of useful idiots. And they put us on programs at birth and we're stuck. And then what they do is they give us all these little niceties, these material things. And they say, well, you can't question anything because then we'll take this away. So yeah, man, it's just all tangled in, and you can't operate. Like, if I go outside this house, I have to go outside this house right now. I have to. I'll make another video.